play, and then like the big brain, big scheme.
So we'll be like Uber X.
Uber X. I'll be Monty.
We're Uber X. Oh, you'll be Monty. So what are you gonna be like? Outlaws or just trash players?
Where
You guys
do
are all
I
fucking boosted.
share the stream info? Wait, I'm on my YouTube. Where's it at?
What do you mean?
I'm streaming this from my YouTube channel, but I can't find like where the link is to share this. Scuff stream. Scuff stream.
Tell me when it's up. Tell me when it's up. Is it up?
It's not up.
Okay, well, give me a countdown. Cause I gotta do an intro. I gotta do a cool intro. Cause I've already thought of what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're streaming now. It's just I haven't shared it to the play. But go ahead, do your intro. I mean, it's gonna be.
Oh, okay. Welcome to Overwatch League of Champions Week 7, final game of the regular season, Zenith versus Violent Tendencies. We're halfway through the game, 1-1 on Oasis. The score right now is 1-1 as well. Zenith gets a couple kills, probably gonna take the first cap here. We're seeing goats out for both teams. Violent Tendencies pushing. Shatter comes out, gets 5. What a massive shatter. Cleanup coming in. 2 down. That's a third. And the Lucio for Violent Tendencies gets a double kill, but too little, too late. Ult's coming up for both teams now.
Yeah.
Corey is only slightly closer to that grab, but as I say that, Connor goes over him.
Coalescence pops. Alright, it's countered by Zentrance.
The rally does come out as well.
We're gonna see if they're gonna want that back, because there's the grab.
A lot of ults coming out. Only takes down one with a shatter. I mean, not the shatter, the grab bomb. Charge comes in, doesn't get anything. In the back, gets booped off the map, but no one follows. Kills coming back and forth. Brigida's dueling it out over here. Bomb comes in, as well as the grab. Only gets
Solo
one
grab
in it, but he gets taken out. Zarya, Diva, and Lucio is the only one on point now. Reinhardt and Moira from Violent Tendencies coming back onto the point.
This is a long stall. It's paying off though.
Charge comes in onto the enemy. Reinhardt from Roiki gets taken out, and Zenith will be able to get it to 99%.
But Violent Tendencies had a very long stall. They used ults, but they gained those ults back, so they're coming in with good ult economy. All they need is one more cap to win this.
Shatter comes out, doesn't get anything, gets blocked.
Zoning Shatter.
Also gets blocked. Both Shatters blocked. Grab bomb. And they get wiped before the bomb can even get anything.
And the victory
Just
trance.
a little bit of a BM trance coming out. And Zenith will take map number 3.
Oh, I should have pinged everyone on the.
Yeah, that probably would have helped.
Alright.
The game,
everyone. Oh geez, here comes the banhammer.
Okay, last possible last map, Junkernaut.
There goes the everyone.
There goes the banhammer. I'm gonna be the first one to do it. Don't worry. I didn't even get pinged.
I don't think I have the rights to do it. or something. Nor. Oh man, what the heck? It auto-corrected Violent Tendencies to TV.
Nice. VT equal TV.
Uh-oh. Did you say ban?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay. Let's see, what are we looking at for swaps?
We got Shatter, Colin, and Last coming in. Was Last a Hegao God? I believe so. Roiki out for Shatter. Mobile DJ out for Colin, and oh, I leveled up. Wow.
And just to recap, sorry for the late stream, but if you're tuning in just now, Zenith are up 2-1 against Violent Tendencies.
We're going to our possible last map, Junkertown.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting some swaps in.
Or if Violent Tendencies, what's it? They had the stronger bunker, right? They're the ones that took Numbani.
It wasn't that they had a stronger bunker, it's that they countered the bunker better.
Okay.
I need confirmation that the last person that they said is Ahigao God, even though he spelled it wrong. I'm just gonna say it is. Just gonna hit him with a quick ready question mark.
The infamous Dallas, Israel, Japan, Doomfist, and Russian alliance.
And Overwatch.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, my favorite. Hold up.
We're thinking.
The Shatter isn't there.
They need
Wait,
to update the rule book to have like a timer, like an egg timer. Like after 60 seconds, we press play.
We hit him with one of these. Well, he left. Wait. Wait, yeah, he is. You blind. You blind, not me. He is there. He's up the top. DJ is blind. Do you think Jen for Shatter? Okay. Do you think I'd get in trouble if I renamed Zenith to Zed Gay?
I think so. Just because we're casting this, it would look bad for us to look somewhat biased.
Yeah, but what if I gave you host after I did it, so it looks like you did it?
So it looks like I did. What?
Yeah.
I've got nothing to
no
lose.
proof.
I posted. I hit the everyone button on the Discord. I'm going down. I might as well take the fall for this. Jin for Shatter.
Tell us when you guys are ready. Cause that should be right. Just in case you guys didn't know, we may or may not be the #1 team. Don't tell anyone. Not to brag or anything. If we go roll over to the standings real quick.
Let's take a look at the, yeah, let's take a look at the long term, what these teams are fighting for.
Well, I mean, this isn't the long term. This is the actual short term because this is the last game.
The last game of the regular season before we go to playoffs.
Yep. Playoffs begin next week, if I'm correct.
Mhm.
If it will actually open up the standings thing, well, it's not cooperating. There we go. Zenith is currently in 4th place, and Violent Tendencies is in 5th place. So, team's quite even.
Mhm.
Zenith only has 1 more win than Violent Tendencies does. Are they ready? And now we wait.
I mean, they can't do a VOD review like mid game. It's not in the rules.
That is 100% what they're doing. But the thing is, Zenith hasn't played this map pool yet.
Oh, big oof.
They had a bye week. Yes, Vancouver, Israel, Japan, Russia, and Overwatch.
Mm-hmm. Name a more iconic
Name a more
team.
iconic. Oh, the Super Friends.
Yeah.
Morlock switches to the Dallas Fuel. Oh, they're swapping it up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Falcons repping a good team. Okay. Morlocks is questionable. Tapwater do not agree. Ew, why are they all going Dallas? Ew.
Burn.
Oh, I got pinged. Okay, we're ready.
We are good.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Dude. Morlocks with the Pepe hands for some reason.
Now the teams went goats on Oasis, but other than that, we haven't seen too much goats play come out. We'll see what they go for on Junkertown first.
I'm expecting some pirate ship.
Mm-hmm.
Very easy comp to run and a very hard comp to counter.
Yeah.
Just throw the Bastion on the point and start shooting stuff.
Yeah. I forgot who it was in Numbani, but the Baptiste, I think it was Galgad, was really crucial on Baptiste. He threw out a couple of game-saving immortality lamps. Yep, and looks like that's what we're
just
getting.
As I expected.
Well, they're still in
Hanzo
spawn. They're still in spawn.
But
This
yeah,
could
but
be
like,
the BM comp.
Okay, well now they have a torch, so yeah, I think it is BM for right now. But I think they will be running the Bastion.
But
or maybe if they were real men, they'd run 6 support.
But Violent
and we will be seeing Somber Goats coming out from Violent Tendencies.
All right, let's see how they play this. It'll be great once Somber gets the hack on the Bastion, but the rest of the team has to be decisive, closing in on the hack and ensuring it's not wasted.
One thing I'm sure Violent Tendency is going to be doing is waiting for the EMP, since most of the team is going to be centered around the payload. If they drop a big EMP, they won't have much to be able to block the rest of the team jumping on, especially since they are running goats. Tapwater goes down early to the Bastion, however. They're going to have to fall back, especially without their Lucio.
Yeah. And it looks like Zenith, right?
Yeah, Zenith is red. Yeah.
Zenith is red. They're pushing this. Looks like they're getting a little bit of a contest here, but other than that, no one's gonna be able to touch this payload. They're wrapping around. They're going for safety inside the Mega.
Tapwater goes down early again.
Imagine
Sombra
being
flanking around behind. It's a hack off onto Hegao God, but doesn't get much follow up as the rest of his team falls behind him.
And that's
an easy first point for Zenith.
As we look
Ult's also in the favor of Zenith, as it seems that Violent Tendency is going to be swapping off of about half of their characters, swapping over to the Junkrat and getting a Baptiste and a Diva. It's Immortality Field. If he places it behind a wall, maybe it would have helped them from the massive damage boosted Bastion is putting out.
Junkrat, Somber Goats.
Of course, Junkrat, Somber Goats can't hurt you. Dragon comes out, they're just kind of standing there taking it because they can, inside of the Immortality Field. Tank comes out with the damage boost. The Falcon goes down early, Morlock follows.
The eliminations are going in favor of
Colin does get demagged, but is it enough for them to be able to finally get a foothold?
Ooh, Bastion switched around.
Behind them.
He unscouted and just tears them apart.
And I think that might be second point.
Yeah.
With half of the team getting staggered, I don't think there's any chance of a recontest.
Yep. No chance. They're coming out of spawn now. Did not play that well. We're at 5 minutes 30 seconds going into a third point.
Nexon finally has the EMP up, so they'll be able to follow it up. They don't really have, well actually now that I say that, I look and see that they have a Shatter.
Yeah.
And they just have to hope that they get something big with that and he doesn't get killed while using it. They do have the supercharger
EMP on the...
Out comes the Shatter. Out comes the EMP early. Shatter comes out, gets 2 down, but can they follow it up? Nope.
Big lamp
protecting
them from the Diva Bomb.
Supercharger comes out, the Bastion with the damage boost.
Yeah.
Sets up on the Mega. Mercy does go down, but Valkyries just losing too many.
Oh, tire shot down.
Tire gets destroyed.
This may look like a losing fight to Violent Tendencies, but they are contesting the payload still. The payload has finally stopped. Big dragon coming through.
The dragon takes down Morlock and he tries to jump up.
It's split off.
Amp comes out.
It split off Corey, but he was able to get back to his team. Yeah.
Violent Tendencies forced back. That's the first time that Violent Tendencies has been really able to contest the payload. They still push back.
Yeah.
Third point is when you, most of the time you see the defending finally get a foothold.
Yeah.
And let's see if that'll be the same for Violent Tendencies. But down goes Falcon by the tank. Tapwater follows. No supports up for Violent Tendencies right now. Diva's just firing on them from the high ground. Interesting bomb placement. Does get the Mercy though.
Good for Mercy.
He's gonna be able to follow it up with a kill onto the Orisa, and they're finally able to turn it around. Dragon does come out.
He tried to eat it, but the DM wasn't up in time. Yeah.
Lamp already up. Bastion does follow. Bomb comes in. Takes out Tap Water, but Ahiga God and the Hanzo fall as well. Violent Tendencies finally able to stop it. 3.5 minutes still left on the clock. Violent Tendencies does have the ult advantage here.
Let's see if they stay on Bastion or if they switch this up. It looks like
they might give it a couple more fights, see if they can push. They do have a very good time bank here. Both support ults.
Bastion's on top. Set up on the high ground.
But down goes the ball early. D.Va chasing the Genji into the back line. He's able to escape back to his team. Charge comes in. Lamp comes out early. May not have wanted it to use it there.
EMP catches
EMP
5.
comes out, but can they follow it up? Down goes Connor on the Bastion. Will it be enough? Supercharger comes out. The ball kind of rolling in, gets taken down. The D.Va gets hacked.
We have a swap coming in. Bastion swapped out for Sombra.
They saw that the Bastion was getting picked off now that they weren't set up on the payload, so they decided to switch off of it. Res comes out onto the Hanzo. Ant Matrix comes out as well as the Lamp. Can they do anything with it though? Bomb and Dragon come out. Get
big
one.
beat.
Beat comes out as well. Saves them from it. Blade comes out, gets one. Corey able to pick up Fuelgen. Morlocks goes down, Lamp comes out. Can it protect them from the damage of Violent Tendencies? Corey goes down to the Sombra as well. It's been a very long and back and forth fight, but it seems Zenith's finally able to come out on top. Interesting Ant Matrix from Ahiga God. I don't really know what he was going for there.
Big miscommunication.
130 left on the clock, but they're coming up to the final push. The final fight, possibly.
Remember, Zenith started this with like 5.5 minutes. Ooh, big shatter. EMP, 4 down.
2 goes down. 3. One thing I have noticed is that the Hanzo for Zenith has been building dragons very quickly.
Uh-oh. Are they able to C9? Nope, they're the people. They're there. They're looking for the Sombra.
I want to C9.
Not too many people dancing around the point. 50 seconds left
on the clock for Zenith. They swap off the Hanzo onto the McCree. Colin gets hacked. He was able to get away.
Oh, ult's on the board, but we're building up the Valve.
Again. He's able to translocate out. He notices that his health pack has been hacked by the enemy Sombra.
Ooh, D.Va is hacked.
Ant Matrix up for both teams here. EMP up for Connor, however.
There we go. We got the Valve coming in.
Can he get taken out before he's able to use the EMP? And no, he's at about 20 health and able to take out his counterpart. EMP comes in,
catches everyone. Catches everyone.
All the members, but can they get a follow-up? The bomb comes out late, doesn't get anything. Lamp comes out. Blade comes out as well for Morlocks. Big shatter comes in.
I think he was trying to shatter the Genji.
Corey gets 2, however. And Fuelgen gets a triple kill, but Morlocks also gets a triple kill. Morlocks goes down. Colin gets hacked,
trying to contest the point.
Out by Connor. And I think Zenith able to cap in overtime. Violent Tendencies did put up a strong defense for the time that they had to hold it.
Yes, they did. And really, the key thing about Zenith is that they were getting picks, but they weren't getting team wipes. They weren't forcing the defenders off the point, and because they were running Bastion Orisa for the longest time, it was a slow push. Even they were getting picks, it took a long time to regroup, took a long time to get back into the fight. So a couple of big switches from what's his name, Connor, onto Sombra, finally getting that big EMP at the end, was able to clean it up, but they lost that time advantage they started with.
And because of the fact they were running that Bastion Orisa, after they got pushed off the point one time, they didn't have that payload to set up on top of, so they were kind of just waiting for someone to get a pick and sitting around.
Yeah. It's a good Good push. They capped all 3 points. Let's see if was it Violent can do the same thing. Yeah.
And if Violent Tendencies does not do the same thing, this game will be over.
So on defense, we're seeing Ryan Zarya, Junkrat, and May. Looks like
the Baptiste and an Ana.
If they play this right, they can stall out the payload almost indefinitely. I think they're doing what was it UK did to Team Canada in the World Cup 2018, where you have May contesting the payload from inside, from the other side of the May wall. And with Baptiste, you can cycle that indefinitely almost.
Yep. And we'll be playing under the bridge. May in the mecha room seems to be waiting instead of playing at their spawn, and Reaper teleports in, sitting there waiting for that wall. Seems that's what they will be doing.
Yep, here
wall
we go.
Comes in, trying to break it down. Shatter. Oh, charge comes in. Boots. Takes out the
he
May.
got
That's
the
a
May.
huge charge for Corey. The entire plan of Zenith just thrown down the drain because of that one charge.
One pin. That's all it took.
Connor gets another pin onto the Zarya.
Yeah.
He was bubbled though. He gets slept, and Colin gets taken out by Nexon. Morlock's already at 80, almost on that blade.
It's a shame too. They didn't die on the payload, so the payload's been moving this entire time. They're about to cap first point, and they're extremely staggered. Alright.
Both teams do have quite a lot of ults.
Yeah.
The ult advantage does go to Violent Tendencies here, however.
Maybe looking at the new meta, you have what's it? Zenith having both Ana and Baptiste, which increases the damage of Junkrat. You know, you can one-shot with a mine.
Two go down for Violent Tendencies though before they can even use an ult.
Yeah. A good hold.
Push back to spawn. They won't. Oh, Corey gets taken out before he can get back to his team. So it's an even later stagger onto the Reinhardt.
Big stagger. See how they use their ults to get back on the payload. Trying to get to the high ground.
We see the difference in the pushes between both teams. Zenith was able to roll through both points quite easily with a large time bank because of that Bastion. But since the Violent Tendencies is opting for a different comp, more of a slight, almost divey comp with that Reaper and Genji, and they get grabbed and the big ante comes up, they split the Reinhardt from the rest of the team.
He gets out though.
See if they can pick him up.
It's still a win.
Do what they did last time. He's over in the corner. If they notice him, they can probably kill him here. Lucio runs over and they don't notice him. They're trying to go under now.
Even they only got one. That was still a big win for Zenith because they're wasting the attacker's time.
Six grab, and they just have to use a lot of them.
Oh wow.
The Ana, 2 ults coming out.
Oh
my goodness, a huge play from Nosen. On that Junkrat gets a triple kill, but isn't enough to turn the fight around. Falcon picks off Connor, who had the Blizzard up.
Yeah. Attackers are down though now, so they have 2 on point. Ryan. Oh no, 3.
And they're gonna get the stagger onto the Ana. They're probably gonna almost get to the end of second point here before Zenith is able to regroup and recontest, but they do have that May ult, and the only ult that they have to hope to counter is that peak drop. But unlike the Transcendence, it's not an almost guaranteed win. More of a zoning ultimate than an actual damaging ultimate, which splits half the team.
Nanoblade.
Zarya and the Lucio are sitting behind them. The Morlocks gets a double kill. Shadow comes out as
Oh,
well.
huge.
Morlocks with a triple with the Nanoblade. They do use 3 of their ultimates, however.
That's second point right there. 3 minutes 53 seconds to go. Let's see if they can cap this.
Connor did have a big play there, but they weren't able to capitalize on it. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but that Blizzard sent the Zarya and the Lucio of Violent Tendencies behind the point. onto third point where they couldn't get to their team. So if they'd been able to split them even further, they might have been able to win that. But Morlocks with the Nano Blade picks out 3, so it's too late.
Too late. We have a swap out. Instead of the Mei, we now have a Symmetra. Let's see how this is played
Only
out.
up for Violent Tendencies is that Lucio. Out comes the Riptire. Picks up Morlocks, next one goes down as well. Violent Tendencies doesn't have any DPS right now. That Gengar follows.
Anna is caught. Ooh, huge sleep, but she's still cut off.
Falcon gets staggered. 250 left on the clock. Those Symmetra turrets are going to be very annoying getting out of the choke, I guess you could call it here. It's not really much of a choke. This little window over here.
I think it's meant to counter the Genji. Like they see that Morlocks is popping off when he has the opportunity, so that Symmetra turret's just another obstacle.
Slow him down a little bit. Annoy him enough.
Yeah.
Morlocks goes down to the Fire Strike.
But they're not backing out. They're still pushing forward.
Let's see if they can follow up with a pick of their own to maybe even this fight out.
Yeah.
Junkrat spamming into the team with the Reinhardt shield down.
Oh, huge shatter!
Drops.
4-man! But saved.
Can they get any follow-up on
It was saved by the Baptiste slam. We have a grab on the payload. Oh no!
Oh, and no, the Lucio gets cancelled.
Yeah.
The Junkrat for Zenith kind of saves him there, getting 2 and canceling the beat drop.
It's a shame.
Violent Tendencies finally coming up on some more ultimates. One of their biggest gets canceled right there. Morlocks almost had another Nano Blade. They also have Death Blossom and Graviton Surge.
We're coming up on last fight territory. Like, even if they win this fight, ooh, huge.
Oh, Big Sleep gets the Junkrat killed early before he can use a Riptire. And one thing is, Zenith doesn't really have any big support ults that can counter a Nano Blade like this. They use 3 ultimates in a row. The Shatter comes out to drop Nexon, but it's too late. He gets taken out, but not before 5 go down. They will have a minute left coming on to the last fight.
We will have one more recontest. One more full recontest.
Possibly, depending on how long this fight gets drawn out. Rally and Riptire activated immediately. The swap off the Reinhardt onto the ball comes out. Tower goes in the back, picks off Morlocks.
Grab on the point.
Is
there anyone that can capitalize?
The Pharah coming in for Nexon. They don't capitalize off of it.
Oh, huge shatter.
Corey gets a huge shatter, but there's no. Oh, as I say that, he gets 2 with it. And they're pushing. Are they going to be able to cap it? It seems not.
No.
18 seconds left on the point. Morlocks on that Mega. Probably going to be the one that has to touch here. That gang guy swaps over to the ball. Will be able to touch. He has to wait a second for his team to be able to come back. No ultimates up for Violent Tendencies here. The wall comes out. He's able to touch. Falcon very low already. That gang guy goes down. Nano comes in onto the Reinhardt. He kicks off Fuel Gen. The Tap Water goes down to the Symmetra. Corey gets 2. And they follow up on it.
Can they keep Ryan alive?
Reinhardt gets a 3rd one. But he goes down. Nexon gets the Baptiste, but the Junkrat gets 2. The Pharah, the Ana, and the ball, the only ones left on point. Barrage comes out, gets 1. Beat drop comes out as well. And Violent Tendencies slowly
just
turning this one in their favor.
Sims
but
back.
The recontest, because of the spawn from Zenith here is close. And they see 9!
There's just so much damage coming on the point. Off the attackers had so long to come back. Zedgay in the bottom right in the chat.
Zedgay. And it is 3-1 to Zenith here. Get some GGs.
GG's in the chat. Good game. 3-1, but it was honestly close throughout the series. Oasis not
close,
so much,
especially at the end.
But
both teams going into overtime at the end, and the respawn advantage that Zenith had ultimately led to their victory at the end.
Yeah.
And Nor, I think we need to give out some MVPs real quick.
MVPs.
Yep.
All right.
Who do you think was contributing the most for both teams? I feel like personally Corey. For Violent Tendencies is doing a lot, especially at the end there.
Yeah. For Violent Tendencies, I agree. Big fat shatters from Corey.
At the end, he almost got them a victory by getting a triple kill.
Yeah. For Zenith, I think between Colin and Ahagalgad. Like Ahagalgad, I was just impressed by a lot of the there were a couple of scenarios on Junkertown and in the other maps like Numani where it looked winnable for Violent Tendencies, but those lamps from Ahagalgad like kept Zenith up and was able to turn the fights around. So I gotta give it to the supports, you know.
Yeah. And VT goes to Corey.
But good game overall.
How was your first league? How was your first league casting thing?
Super scuffed. The cast didn't start until the last match, unfortunately.
Basically.
But
it's all
good times.
We had a fun time.
Yeah. Good insightful commentary. I'd like to think.
I always like casting with someone that has game sense.
Like there's things that like you see that are like really flashy, like the rip tires, but like you gotta look in the context of everything. Like yeah, it was a nice rip tire, but the defenders are still hanging on. Was it like when Zenith was attacking? Like they were getting picks. They had more picks, I think, on offense, but it just seemed like the payload wasn't moving because they weren't able to clean up fast enough. So you gotta look at the big picture a lot of times. Take it all into context, but good contest overall.
Murlocs is complaining that he didn't get it, and I just said, "But them shatters."
But them shatters. It was a tough,
said, bruh.
It was a tough game too, cause what was it? I joined on Paris, and which team was down one person?
Violent Tendencies had a DC.
Yeah, so they fought 5v6 on Paris. I think if that was an even contest, and we might have been looking at a game 5 right now.
But I will say the DC came after they capped 2 points, but I do not know if there were some internet problems during that, which led to them having 5.5 minutes left to cap.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well,
I got tagged. What do you want? Does anyone have a plat account? Yeah. Okay. Nord, cut the VOD. Cut the VOD.
Cut the stream. Alrighty, signing off.